Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be pulling off the transmission to my Mustang. Hopefully after that the motor comes out like nothing, and I'm hoping to actually pull the motor today if I can, if I have time anyway. So I finally got the drive shaft off. The reason why I couldn't get it off before was because it had bolts on there that were stripped. They're actually right here. And 3 of them, I don't know if you can see it, but they're pretty stripped out. So I had to go to the store, and I bought me some tools to pull out strip bolts, which are really nice to have. So I just bought me a set that, you know, does 13, 10, 15, and 14. And I finally got the drive shaft off, which was really nice. Bolts were really seized on there. I had to get my jack handle to pull it or pry it. But let me explain to you exactly what all I have to do to get this off. That way you can kind of go through the steps, and if you ever plan on pulling a Mustang transmission out, you can figure it out. So first, before you do anything, pull the drive shaft off, which we've got done now. Give me a sec, I'll show you where it is. So that's where the drive shaft was connected to, right here. There's the differential. Goes and leads up to the transmission right there. You're only going to have 4 bolts that you have to pull off the drive shaft, and then you're going to move up to the top where you've got the shifter. You're going to pull out the shifter. So I've got all my stuff right here. I did it off camera because I didn't think that you guys would want to sit here and watch in the dark, because I don't have a light I could set anywhere. But you got the little shifter boot, your plastic piece. It's just clips, you just pop it off, and then you've got the little part that holds the boot and keeps the rubber piece around so no water gets inside your car, with only 4 bolts, one right there, and there on this wire right here. I don't know if you can see it, maybe. So you get that off and you go underneath, which I've already got all the transmission bolts out. All I have to do now is pull the mounts, because I did that off camera. Obviously I don't think you can see the transmission in the dark because I don't have a light to put underneath there, but I will show you the bolts and where they're going to be sitting. Alright, here we go underneath the car. I'm really happy that I got to this, because some of the transmission bolts were actually only hand tight, and I've driven this car pretty hard, and I'm happy that I didn't have any problems or anything falling off. But see that bolt right there on the mount's not even all the way up, and I haven't even touched it yet. A couple of the ones right here on the side, also only hand tight. To pull it off, there's going to be a little shield that covers up this piece right here where the cable driven clutch. See that right there is a cable that actually runs up to the clutch pedal. You've got the shield right here. It's a 10mm bolt. It goes in the back right there. Sits right here on the transmission. You can see that little bolt. And that's it. That's all you got to pull for the shield. So you've got 8 bolts sitting around the bell housing of the transmission. I've got all those off. As you can see, they're already off. Next step for me is going to be pulling this bar. I think it's a sway bar is my guess. I don't know for sure. I'm pretty sure it's a sway bar, which is 2 15s on each side. And then I'm going to be pulling the transmission mount right here, and I'll have a jack underneath it while I lower it down. But I'm going to set the camera up and hopefully get some good video so you guys can see me lower the transmission out. But that will be sped up for you. You'll just be able to watch me lower it down and pull it off. So let's see how that goes. Alright guys, so I forgot to disconnect the starter, so I'm going to hurry up and disconnect the starter, and then we'll get right back to it. I'm going to do that off camera, kind of to save camera battery, because you can't see what I'm doing and all you're going to see is one piece drop. And then as soon as I'm finished up, I'll turn it back on and you'll see the transmission lower down, because it's the last thing I need, and then it can go. Alright, so there's the transmission. It was a little bit harder to get it out than I thought it was going to be. I've done it before. It was a little bit easier the first time because I had it up on a lift, not just on some jack stands in my garage. But now you can see the motor's ready to come out. As soon as I pull a couple motor mounts, I'm going to start getting the cherry picker hooked up to that. And I've got a huge mess. to clean up because of the transmission was spilling the entire time I was trying to get it out. I've got to take this, clean it up so it looks brand new, and also I've got a few other things I've got to get in the mail before I can actually work on the motor. So right now this is kind of just sitting. It's going to be sitting aside. All it needs is to be cleaned up because the transmission is actually in really, really good condition. I might go through it to change the synchronizers in the transmission because they do have a little bit of problem going into some gears when you're first starting it up. Alright guys, that's all for today. I'm not going to be able to pull the motor out today, but that's okay. I'm pretty happy that the transmission is finally out. Kind of rough getting it out, but that's alright. It's kind of hard to do it when you're laying on the floor underneath some floor jacks in a car. But there it is in all her beauty. It's pretty cool how light it is, actually. It's really light. It weighs probably around 75 pounds, and it's empty also, so it's really easy to carry out. But next video, I'm going to be pulling out the motor, and it's going to be sitting all right here along with all the other parts that I've got. And you'll be able to see that. I'm going to set the camera up in the back, and you'll see it kind of sped up just like you're going to be seeing in this video. But if you have any suggestions in the comments of what I could do to the car, or if you have any suggestions of how I can work on the car better, in a more efficient way, then I would love to see it in the comments below. And I guess that's it. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.